Good afternoon, everybody. Today we will discuss calculation of strip forces and tonnage of press. In last lecture, we discussed cutting forces. Also, we discussed what is strip layout. We solved many problems. If you have doubt about this problem, at the end of this session, we will discuss all your doubts. Now, I am going to explain what is strip force and how it is going to be calculated. Let us discuss strip forces. A properly designed tool need to have a method for holding the work which the punch is pulled back through the material. The stripping procedure can be either by a fixed bridge or spring-loaded stripper. Stripping forces depends on type of material being cut, area of the cut, clearance between punch and die, spring position. Okay, these are some factors. Okay, on which the strip force depends. So stripping force is normally 5 to 25% of the peak cutting forces. For stripping force calculation, the following rough empirical equation is used for approximation. So F denotes stripping force equal to L into T into 1.5. So where F is a stripping force in ton, then L is the length of cut and T is the thickness of a material when using metric unit. Okay, so this is the thickness of the material. So it is empirical approximation equation. Now when using metric unit, so F equal to L into T into 20600. So here where F is the stripping force in kilonewton, in case of kilonewton, so this is, and L is a length in mm, and here T is a material thickness in mm. So these are the forces used, these are the empirical equations used for approximation to calculate stripping forces. So this is about stripping force. So using the stripping force, we will solve some problems in next lecture. So in last lecture we discussed cutting force. Today we discussed stripping force. So force, depending upon this cutting force and stripping force, the design and calculation for power requirement by the press is calculated. Okay, so what is required? So reduction of cutting force is very important. If you reduce the cutting force required, then you can carry out the process with less power, less energy. For cutting operation, it has been assumed that bottom of the punch and the top of the die block lie in parallel planes. But due to this, a very high punch force is exerted for a very short time on the material, resulting in shock or impulse conditions. Hence, to reduce slitting forces and to smooth out the shock impact of heavy loads, following two methods are frequently used. There are two methods are frequently used. What are these methods? One is strip the punch length. First method is strip the punch length, and the second one is grinding of punch or die to reduce shear angle. So what is step the punch length? in this method, so in this method of reducing cutting forces, so two step punch length punches or group of punches progressively becomes shorter by about one stock material thickness. Here the step punch length punches or group of the punches progressively become shortest by about one stock material thickness. This will result in distribution of forces during the blanking on piercing action on the punches. So it reduces the total force. The type is mainly used in piercing of number of holes on the component, so the force is distributed among its sheet metal. The second method is to reduce shear angle of punch or die. The second method is to grind the face of the punch or die to a small shear angle with the horizontal. So this has the effect of reducing the contact area which shearing at one time. So here, provided the shear also reduce the shock to the press and smoothens out the cutting operation. The shear angle chosen should provide a change in punch from 1 to 1.5 sheet thickness. So sheet thickness is increased, but with that shear angle you can cut with same force. So double shear angle is preferred over single shear angle because it does not create lateral faces. The shear angle for blanking operation will be on the die member, while as the piercing operation the shear angle will be given on the punch member. See, these are some figures in which you can see shear angles. See, this is a die and this is a punch. On this die the shear angle is given. So see here. So here shear angle on die is there. Okay, this is the shear angle and shear length. Here second case shear angle on punch is given. So punch is tapered. And here in third case shear angle on punch as well as die. Okay, in this way you can reduce shear angle on punch or die or on the die as well as on the punch at both ends, and you can reduce required cutting force. Also you can also increase efficiency. Also the shock is distributed properly and smoothing of operation is possible. Okay, this is the significance of shear angle. And in such case the shear force you have to calculate, and the summation of shear force and maximum force is after considered. Okay, this is about the particular reduction of cutting forces in press tool design. Is it? Now let us discuss recommendation of minimum tonnage of presses. So press tonnage is determined by the sum of all the forces required to cut and form the part. Practical expressions with press equipped with tonnage monitor show usage or arrange agreement between calculated values versus measured values. In many cases, the stripping force must be added to the cutting force if a spring-loaded stripper is used because the spring must be compressed while cutting the material. So here we have to reduce, so minimize the tonnage of press. Fixed on tunnel stripper will keep the press load to a minimum, but they will not control the stock as uses as spring loaded ones. Okay, the spring loaded reduces the tonnage. So for press tonnage calculation, a rough empirical equation is used for approximation. So in this chapter we are discussing empirical equations. Okay, this is a empirical equation required for press tonnage. So the whole perimeter in mm, then material thickness, then shear factors divided by 1000. Okay, so this is the tonnage equation, empirical equation for tonnage of press. If you divide it by 1000, you will get the ton. Okay, in terms of ton, the capacity of press. So in our college, so we have the lathe, we have UTEM machine. So the power of UTEM machine 1 Newton, 2 Newton, 3 Newton, that is tonnage. Okay, depending upon that ton force you are calculating. Our CNC machine is of 2 ton. So some trainer lathes are of 1 ton. So the industrial lathe, CNC lathe 5 ton, 10 ton, 15 ton. Okay, in this way it depends upon the force, cutting force of that machine. Okay, depending upon the tonnage is there. Okay, is it clear? So next concept we'll discuss is center of pressure.